Alright, so this huge things is very useful. You want it, of course. Not
Yes. Yes.
This is a water Litematics suppressor. Has
Moveable liquid suppressor.
works for water and lava.
So it's like static suppressor but with liquid text instead. Only so it only affects lava and water flowing. It doesn't affect your written encryption.
So with this
Like
not blocked quickly.
suppressor.
With this not blocked.
So just like static suppressor, you need to update 65,536 water block. Yeah, we do that using water column. So we have at the bottom here some source sand, which goes into this huge column of water and updates all the way up to almost bit limit.
So
And of course, all have to be in the same tick so that it's all at the same time. So we use a but wire first can try. Yeah, it's received.
yep. So the receiver it checks every tick.
Every single tick. So it's basically the same as that mining detector, but it's one wide and a lot of them together. So that we have detection for every single tick. And whenever the suppressor is activated, one of the water here will not actually flow and not update one of these observers, which will let the observer be flowing enough to trigger the lamp, the observer, and move up to begin to twinkle.
So we have just this command block just to say received. And it's probably possible to make one that moves, but we did not make that yet. So with this bot line, when you move the entire scene, you have to make sure that the soul sand is in this position, so you can see the water directly from below, through the glass. Otherwise it would break very badly. There is to control the activation and moving of this very smart line that is a bird wire that can be moved in the same way that it extends. So it's bird wire, like you activate it, you move it. So you have these pistons here. They get moved, but that's not really an issue. When you move the wire, they get into this place, and when this redstone block is pulled away,
yeah, when this redstone block is removed, it will update the not block, which update the bud, and in the end, move the whole line.
The pistons get moved down and back up, and then because they are powered, here. They move the whole thing. And that's how we have the activation in the front with the bed here that links the two parts, which are the same, just to make it a little bit smaller. And it's also moved with this observer in front, with the install line connected to this one, the vertical one here for the side, this one for all the middle, the main part, and the same for the back. Also this one is for the other side, which has its own timing and instant wire vertical. We should explain how it works. So we're here. So you have this setup with the water here. The piston gets pushed, it destroys the water.
To move a waterlogged block, you need the short purpose sticky piston. Otherwise, the waterlogged block just lose the waterlogged attribute. Like that. If you just push it normally, it just doesn't trick.
But if you pull or...
Yeah, if you pull as well, it loses the state of waterlogged.
Yep. So with this piston world made by voiding this observer pattern, so we push all the water sources, which is the main part, this huge wall, and also the last layer, we'll show that later. Also, to create the water sources in the middle, we have one column on each side. That's the tricky part, if we can say so. So you have this piston here, which acts the same as these ones. I'll show the sequence. So you pull these two blocks that prevent the water from flowing on the side. Then you push these pistons here. Short pulse the water source that it moves along with the block here.
And later push back in the block that prevent the spillage.
Yep. You push the two sticky pistons and blocks, and then re-extend. We have the same setup on both sides for the sides, and in the middle it's all the same. It's a horizontal wire. Can maybe show it working. We have the... Yep.
I move it then.
Yep, ready. that was real fast. Let's slow the game down. Can you push once more? Of course, it spills on this side, but So yeah, fill this block here, push the piston, push the water, push here, and then re-extend. So that's how it works to move the water. A bit on both sides, this side and the other. Then takes like 30 seconds for the water to recreate the sources. Also at the bottom we have one row of normal pistons to push the activation. So source and sticky piston, observer not blocked sticky piston. With the bud line they are triggered, and this whole sand moves from here to here and creates the water column or destroys it. When you push it, we originally had it like this because that's all you need really. This observer will power this tree, but it did not, so just spam the observers and it worked. So always spam observer.
Yeah, we just spammed the observer whenever we had an issue.
Yep.
It was so much of them.
So when moving, the bud line broke here. So because this part I think it moves before. So
I don't know why it broke, but it did, and just having observer fixed it, so we just get them in here.
yeah. So with this shitty wire, we had a little bit of delay, fix the bud, and also powers these three lines.
Yeah, very yellow binding.
Same on this side too. It's very laggy. It's very laggy when you move it. When you do the activation, it's not really. But when you move, it's like 140 to 150 ms. And if you don't have a roof, it goes up to 180 ms. That's not a lot of DPS. Of course, all the wall moves instantly, so that's...
We are on a 9900K, by the way, and it's like less than 10 TPS when it moves.
Yep, SRAZKVT. There's a little bit of delay between the two activation to prevent some lag, but it's really a lot.
Like this.
Alright, maybe we should show how it moves. So we can't actually show it on camera or will crash instantly. Because if you are near it while it moves, it's very killer. So I'm gonna...
If you're close to it and you don't have a super good PC, you will probably crash.
Yep. I'll put a tick health while it moves. You can see the TPS really drop. 14. Seven, 6.9. So 140.5 average. That's mostly block events and tile ticks, of course. lots of pistons.
And it doesn't send a NAT date to the receiver whenever it is moving,
Yep.
only when it's activated.
Yep.
By the way, good luck who plans on building this in Survivor. You need to right-click more than 6,000 stairs before water bucket.
Yep. 80,000 slime, 74,000 sticky pistons, 68,000 quad stairs, 67,000 water sources, so there's a little bit more, 62,000 observers, 50k pistons, and 5k observers, and after that it's not a lot. That's a lot of blocks to place. Mostly the same pattern that repeats. Observer, slime, and here the same.
And of course you need to dig a perimeter for it.
Yep, because it's 250 tall to fit enough water sources. And it's like 140 wide-ish. You can also split the modules and add more, but that's just so we can say that's a good machine and a good lag machine too. 2 in 1.